A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms episode 4 has everything you've come to expect from Game of Thrones these days. Friendship, sacrifice, plot twists, and even time skips. And it all starts with Dunk sitting in a surprisingly well-lit dungeon, surprised to find a surprisingly tame rat before being surprised by Egg, who...
Stop that.
My uncle says I must beg your forgiveness for deceiving you, Prince Baelor.
Yes, him.
The heir to the Iron Throne.
Yes, Baelor Breakspear, Prince of Dragonstone, Hand of the King, son of Daeron II, father of Alar and Mataris, brother of Maekar, uncle of Daeron, Aerion, Aemon, Daella, Aegon, and Rhae. That Uncle Baelor.
That was necessary.
And remember, the reason they're all here is because a troupe of treasonous Dornish puppeteers tried to incite revolt by showing a dragon being slayed. And they might have gotten away with it too if it weren't for the heroic
Prince Aerion Brightflame,
who stepped up to stomp it out before they could turn it into another Blackfire rebellion. But as Aerion makes an example of the lead traitor, a raging hedge knight springs out to assault his royal person. To make matters worse, he is the rogue who kidnapped our hero's younger brother Aegon and set him on a path to corruption.
Die! Kill him, bastard!
Or, as Dunk might tell it, his brother Daeron shaved Egg's hair off to remain undetected while he hid in a tavern until the tourney was over. Egg insisted on being his squire, did a darn good job of it too, and came to fetch him when it was time to protect the innocent, like knights are meant to do.
To protect the innocent.
But Baelor says Egg should have come to him instead of Dunk, because look at what a mess it made.
He's a good boy, good squire, and he meant no harm.
I mean, he did wish for Aerion to be killed.
Kill him! I wish that Duncan had killed him.
One need not intend harm to do it. And the Septons say we must love our brothers.
Hinting perhaps at his own great difficulty to love his brother Maekar, who's been less than likable himself.
Off.
And unlike the stories of valiant knights and honorable fools, reality is never quite as clear-cut as all that.
No matter the cause, it is never wise to strike a king's grandson.
Would you not have done the same?
speak sense to this honorable fool!
One truth is beyond dispute. You laid hands upon the blood of the dragon.
If you want justice, you've come to the wrong place.
Wait, why is he flipping through a random book?
And so I ask you again, Sir Duncan the Tall, how good a knight are you, truly?
Oh yes, it's time for...
I demand
Trial by combat.
a trial by combat.
Trial by combat.
You know that legal procedure when you could sort things out peacefully, but you'd rather fight to the death about it?
The tradition is a brutish one, a scheme devised by corrupt rulers in order to avoid true judgment from the gods.
That's right, and in almost 100 years from now, King Tommen Baratheon goes on to outlaw it because the Pope said so.
From this day forward, trial by combat will be forbidden.
But today is not that day, and so it will be Sir Duncan the Tall against Aerion Brightflame, Prince of...
I refuse.
Well, unless you do that, I suppose.
You cannot refuse.
Unless you withdraw your claim.
Well, as it happens, there is a third option.
A trial of 7.
So a trial by 7 is another ancient custom where instead of the accused fighting the accuser, or in Tyrion's cases, a champion fighting the other party's champion, 7 knights go against another 7, kind of like Ultimate Frisbee, but with...
Battle axes, morning stars, and lances of war.
It came across the narrow sea with the Andals and their 7 gods.
That is my right, I do believe.
You have that right.
You certainly do, young man, and it makes a lot of sense, seeing as the more people fighting, the higher the odds of the gods lending their strength to the righteous party's arms.
Madness. Madness and stupidity.
Come on, Tywin, the gods are honored, justice is served, the kids love it, all at the cost of up to 14 human lives. What's not to like?
Don't like mutton.
That's hardly relevant. Last time a trial by 7 occurred was 160 years prior, during the Faith Militant Uprising, which was kind of like the Blackfire Rebellion, but where the Faith conspired against the crown, something they try again later in Game of Thrones under the High Sparrow.
In the days before the Targaryens, the Faith Militant dispensed the justice of the 7.
That time, it was Sir Daemon Morgan, the Grand Captain of the Warrior's Sons, think the Sparrows from Game of Thrones, who challenged King Maegor I, also known as what?
Maegor the Cruel.
That's right, to a trial of 7 over the right to rule the 7 kingdoms.
I choose violence.
While tales may vary on exactly how, they all agree that Maegor was the last one standing and continued his reign of tyranny until the people had had enough and marched on the capital, upon which Maegor was found dead on the Iron Throne. But whether it was treason, Maegor's own hand, or the Iron Throne itself that did the deed, only the gods know.
Why not slay the rogue yourself?
Daeron has been wronged as well.
Right, Daeron, who lied that Aegon was kidnapped from under his nose when he was hiding away in a tavern getting wasted. again.
Or would we leave a matter of Targaryen honor in doubt?
Honor?
Do not speak to me of honor, boy.
I've got 7 kingdoms to rule!
What does that mean? That I must fight 7 men?
You must find 6 other knights to fight beside you.
You dare not refuse.
Raymond shows what a good friend he is by waiting for Dunk at his alder tree.
It's an elm.
At his elm tree. And takes him to Sir Stefan's tent where the cider flows as freely as opinions on immigration.
Us Fossaways. We were here long before these others come to our shores. And our warrant will be here long after they are gone.
So many complaints and so few solutions.
The answer is always more glory.
Okay, this is getting problematic.
You shan't die under my watch, sir. He's about as chivalrous as a starved weasel.
Sir,
Egg!
I'm your squire, sir. You'll need someone to arm you.
7 hells. Cue the Marvel music already.
Does your father know where you've left the castle?
I hope not.
Oh, spare me. Anyway, since Daeron here told him to,
Take the away from me.
and accused Dunk of kidnapping Egg, Dunkaroo does not approve.
I should drive this through your neck! I assume you pour me a cup of wine.
Get it? Because he's the drunk guy?
There's no more wine.
You lied about me. Well, I had to say something when my father demanded to know where Egg had gotten to.
Well, you could have told the truth. Losing Egg to a hedge knight doesn't exactly redeem your wine-stained honor any more than losing him to running away.
Not that I ever asked to have my honor redeemed.
Then why did you lie? Egg is about to squire for Dunk, which proves you wrong anyway. And now 12 additional people have to play frisbee to the death for absolutely no reason.
Perhaps you could strike me a nice blow to the side of the helm. Make it ring. Not too loud.
My father has commanded the King's Guard to fight as well.
Only the 3 that are here.
Who do you have, sir?
Well, there's a starved weasel and, yeah.
I can bring people, sir. I can.
People who would fight the royal family and their Kingsguard on such short notice? Good luck, kid. Have we even been introduced to 6 other named characters who might stand for Dunk?
I don't know.
Let's see, there's Sir Stefan Fossaway, but you know.
Weasel.
Lionel Baratheon, if he can get those fingers out and stop partying for a second. Humphrey Harding, who, of course, was done dirty in the tilt against Aerion. He's a given. And, yeah, that's it. There are no other known knights with affiliation to Dunk or animosity towards the Targaryens. None.
This is bad.
So it will be 4 against 7, which means Dunk is guilty by lack of association.
Well, if a cause is just, good men will fight for it. If not, it won't be because you were guilty.
He thinks he's a dragon in human form.
Aryan Brightflame, they called him. He thought drinking wildfire would turn him into a dragon.
That's why he was so wroth at the puppet show.
Well, yes, that and...
I heard Aryan were in spitting rage at Lord Ashford for giving away his horse. Sir Duncan, private word. I dreamed of you and a dead dragon.
You shall be king
And a fire
and die in hot fire.
had fallen on top of you, but you were alive and the dragon was dead.
Aha, more foreshadowing, but again, what does it mean? And is Daeron's dream hinting at Egg's eventual fate, same as the hooded innkeeper did? The tragedy of Summer Hall, where Egg goes on to burn the house down along with many friends and family? Or could it be hinting at the fate of another dragon entirely?
And worms shall feed upon your ashes.
Since last week, many theories as to whom this woman has been floating around, like that she's secretly Bloodraven in disguise, red scar on her cheek and all. Bloodraven is the current King Daeron's bastard brother, Master of Whispers, and a known Master of Disguise. But more likely, this mysterious woman is a woods witch, kind of like Maggie the Frog, who prophesied the death of Cersei and her children.
Gold will be their crown. Gold. Their shrouds.
She's definitely not a significant character as far as established lore goes, but can you guess who might be? The innkeeper's daughter. Assuming that mystical foretelling runs in the family, like with the Targaryens, this little girl could be a character known as the Ghost of High Heart, who goes on to meet Arya in like 100 years, and foreshadows the death of several characters including Renly Baratheon and Catelyn Stark. She never appears in Game of Thrones, and I made a video covering her and other changes from the books, but here's the thing about the Ghost of High Heart. She also has prophetic dreams, just like Daeron, and not too unlike Maggie the Frog and the mysterious innkeeper, whose foretellings all speak of death.
And all who know you shall rejoice in your dying.
Now, the Ghost of High Heart was friends with a certain Jenny of Oldstones, wife of Duncan Targaryen, Egg's firstborn son. Wonder where it got the name from. And when Jenny brought the little witch to court, she prophesied the line of Aerys II, Egg's grandson,
Commonly known as the Mad King.
would produce the prince that was promised.
Merikivio dolalaris os mahagon contes.
While the age of these little women checks out, the argument against this theory is, of course, that the ghost of High Heart is a tiny albino woman with red eyes, which does not appear to be the case with the innkeeper's daughter. Then again, changing the appearance of characters from book to show isn't exactly unheard of.
Maybe that I've killed you with my lie. And if so, I'm sorry.
Then take it back! There's still time! Why is nobody suggesting this?
Look at this idiot. One ball and no brains.
This is just like when Sansa neglected to tell Jon that the Knights of the Vale were on the way.
Events you couldn't possibly have anticipated or prevented.
I'm doomed to some kind of hell. I know. Likely one without wine.
So get more.
Right, and just in case Egg manages to do the impossible, Dunk goes to fetch the shield Tansel was painting before her finger was snapped in half.
The girl's finger was snapped in half.
I heard you the first time.
You unknown knight. You are Florian the Fool.
All knights vow to protect the innocent.
You laid hands upon the blood of the dragon.
We're winning on this. Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Yeah, come for your shield. She left it with me.
And Steely Pate has taken the liberty of making some improvements on his own accord.
Your rim was old. I've made you a new one.
The shield is all painted up like death. Stars falling, and the sunset heralds night.
Well, just because the falling star might symbolize Egg's fall from grace as he kills himself and his family with him in an inferno the color of sunset doesn't mean...
The elm's alive, man. That's summer leaves, for certain.
Summer leaves, summer hall, am I right?
Very good. Off you go.
But remember the old shield rhyme? Oak and iron, guard me well, or else I'm dead and doomed to hell.
And because Real G recognizes Real G, the damage for all this pimp is gonna be...
From you, a copper.
Great deal.
Great deal.
A great deal.
It almost beggars belief.
So after spending half the episode explaining half the previous episode, we're gonna skip past what this episode really should have been about. Dunk doing the rounds, interacting with all kinds of characters, and getting to know them and their motivations, and jump straight to a bunch of people having already rallied to his side off-screen, including everybody's favorite, Lionel Baratheon.
I wasn't about to miss a chance to bloody up the King's Guard in their pretty white gowns.
Humphrey Harding, who can neither run nor hide.
So long as I can sit on a horse, I can fight.
Robin Reisling, who we've only ever seen in that one scene that didn't move the story along in any way, shape, or form, other than barely introducing him, kind of.
You're Sir Robin Reisling, the maddest knight in the Seven Kingdoms.
So yeah, not to be that guy, but I told you so. I regret to inform you that the crazy pirate finding a child in the middle of the forest ends up going nowhere.
He told you so himself.
Humphrey Beesbury, remember him? Of course you don't. We've seen exactly one shot of him getting blasted by the other Humphrey. And I guess the average viewer is just supposed to know that these guys are brothers-in-law and that that's reason enough for Sir Beesbury to join the fray. Not that there was any time to show these conversations take place when we need to be spoon-fed what's happened previously.
Kill him! Kill him! I wish that Duncan had killed him.
The girl's finger was snapped in half.
Charged me to be a good knight.
Don't all knights make the same oath?
To defend the weak and the innocent.
All knights vow to protect the innocent.
To protect the innocent.
And I swore that I would.
See, there's simply no time to show things happening. Like the small folk being on Dunk's side for protecting the innocent, a bit that showrunner Ira Parker admittedly kind of forgot to include from the book.
There's no time for that.
I kind of forgot.
But who cares about Humphrey Beesbury being a complete rando who doesn't even state why he's there, when you have Robin Reisling who speaks for everyone?
When the crown goes against the gods, Sir Robin goes against the crown.
What does that even mean? When did the crown go against the gods? Whatever happened to we? Where did you get that horse? So many questions, so little time.
Sir Stefan, we only need one more to make our 7. I'm afraid you'll need 2 more. I fight with Prince Arian and the accusers.
You're the worst shit in the Seven Kingdoms!
Oh dear, 2 more anointed knights in the span of mere moments. Wherever will we...
Knight me. I will take my cousin's place. Any knight can make a knight, it's true. Sir Duncan, knight me. Go on, Sir Duncan.
There's no time.
I mean, there's definitely time for that.
There's no time. Go!
The lad has the truth of it, I'm afraid.
Which means you're running out of time.
Raymond, I shouldn't.
Be quick about it.
Well, what's the matter, Dunko?
There's no time.
Do it.
Any knight can make a knight.
Bastard! Do it!
Were there witnesses to your dubbing?
Only a robin in a thorn tree.
Well, this is an historic day.
Okay, so perhaps Dunk wasn't knighted by Sir Orlan and it was just a lie he told to enter the list after all.
Go. I shall give Squire Raymond his knighthood.
You'll notice, however, that Dunk has so far lived up to knightly vows of chivalry more so than some.
In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave.
Not to mention any names, but Manfred, Stefan.
In the name of the father,
I charge you to be just.
Will everything come crashing down on a mere technicality?
In the name of the mother, I charge you to protect the young and innocent.
Or can the embodiment of chivalry, knighthood or not, win the day?
Sir Duncan, we cannot delay any further.
Okay, now there's really no more time. You've got to find your 7th, and please make it dramatic.
My lords, a knight defends the innocent. That's all I did. Who will stand and fight with me?
He said fight with me, not...
Very good.
Has courage deserted the noble houses of Westeros? Are there no true knights among you?
Oh, yes. One more time for the guy at the back.
Are there no true knights among you?
One more time, just for me.
Are there no true knights among you?
I will take Sir Duncan's side.
Have you taken leave of your senses?
No, but he has taken his son's armor.
You thief!
This man protected the innocent.
And the Septons say we must fight our brothers.
Well. The gods have a dark wit after all. Can the Dunkvengers prevail against such formidable opponents? Will helmets merely ring or promptly cave in? Will Dunk ever see Tencel again, or will his gallantry go unappreciated, like a brother of the Night's Watch? And will they ever start the damn joust before I piss myself? This, perhaps, and more, next week on A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.